The lakes are still here, but they're just a little bit frozen. However, believe it or not, lake listings are already making waves. I'm here with Brian Boer. He's a luxury real estate agent here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Service Premier Properties. Here with us in the Lake Area Update. Welcome, Brian.
Thanks for having me.
So I have a question. Why are lake listings already making waves and already getting put on the market?
Right, so it seems weird because everything is still frozen, but there is a lot of reasons why people should be considering listing their properties early this year. So the big thing is interest rates are still low. So low interest rates means more buyers can qualify for your house. The other thing is we have a lot of leftover buyers from last year that weren't able to find the lake that they wanted. So they're already out there looking. So it makes sense to list now instead of waiting, even though the lake is frozen. The other big thing is when you figure a 30 to 45 day closing time, if a buyer can find the right property now, they're closing, 1st of May, which is pretty exciting. So.
Right in time.
Right in time.
When it comes to those sellers and they're thinking about selling their home now, obviously there's still some snow on the ground, there's a frozen lake.
Yep. Not
ideal to showcase that property while it's covered in snow. So what do you do in those kind of situations?
Right, so the big thing that I do is I do a lot of video marketing. What's really cool with the video marketing is you get to really control the story. You get to have narration so you can talk about the area. The other thing is a lot of these homeowners, they have tons and tons of summer photos of their lake because that's when they're out there really enjoying it. We can edit those photos into the video. We can show people what is great about the property, can really kind of control the message about why this house is where their family wants to be. And then so when they're out there viewing it, like they know what the landscape is underneath the snow. They know what your patio looks like. They know what the lakeshore looks like just based on photos that they provide to us that we can use to really highlight their house.
I think we're seeing some of the video right now.
Yeah.
So you're up there talking, being our own little reporter right there, right?
Yeah,
out there on the scene. Do you use drone footage? Do you get the aerial footage, or do you just kind of piece all those videos together?
Yep, so I work with some really, really great videographers out of Detroit Lakes. So we do come up with a plan. They do have the drone, so we get drone shots. They, we kind of just have a quick meeting about what I want to highlight. What's great when you work with videographers that are professional, they have their own ideas too.
Right.
So you get just more eyeballs. You have a really good, really good plan, and like I said, they turn out pretty good. You can.
I'm looking at it right now. It looks pretty fun right there. It looks good. I like your delivery and what you get a little tidbits of what's inside of the home. It looks great.
Yeah.
So how other ways do you go above and beyond for your sellers just to make sure that all those eyes are on those properties?
Right. So the other thing is once you have the video, right, if it doesn't matter how good your video is if no one sees it. So we've really done the extra step to learn a lot about video marketing, social media placement. Basically, you can create an avatar to make sure you get eyeballs to see your video.
Right. Because the way I see it is a lot of buyers are buying homes not even being on location, especially with the coronavirus. They're buying homes just through video at times.
For sure. No, for sure in the last year, I can think of several times where we received offers of people that never physically set foot in the property. The other thing too is, even if it is someone that is within driving distance, if your marketing is okay, it's not enough to get them to drive out there and see it. If you have, if you go above and beyond, that might be what pushes them over to be like, yep, I want to see that in person.
Well, we've talked a lot about the seller side. Let's move over to the buyer side. How do you make them feel a little bit more comfortable just in these purchases? I mean, for me, if I saw a great video, you really feel like you can see the home, but is there any other ways you can make those buyers feel just a little bit more comfortable?
Yep, so the big thing, honestly, is if you are a buyer and you're not familiar with the lakes area, you need to work with someone that is. I mean, there is about 1,500 lakes between just Becker and Otter Tail County. So working with someone that really knows the area, I mean, I actually live out there, put on 45,000 miles a year because it's going from lake to lake to lake.
It's an enjoyable drive, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's beautiful. The other thing is, just knowing where to go to get the right information. So the Minnesota DNR has a Lake Finder website that has a lot of information. But like I said, it's really working with someone that knows how to read that information, break it down so it's understandable.
And that guy, we're hoping, is you. That can read through all those questions, right?
Hopefully.
Well, what is the best way for people to get in touch with you And also, just say they had some more information or wanted to ask some more questions about some properties. What can they do if they
Yep.
want to?
So the easiest is, just call or text my cell phone, 218-850-2004. If you are just beginning to, think you may want to buy or sell a lake property or just interested, I have a YouTube channel. If you just search Brian Boer Berkshire Hathaway, it shows up. Have probably about 100 videos, and there's everything from, we keep the listing videos out there as examples so sellers know what to see. But we have buyer tips, seller tips, market updates.
I absolutely love watching those tips because as a first-time home buyer, there's so many things that you don't know, or if you're a first-time seller, watching those kind of videos, I feel like for me just makes you feel a little more confident in just the whole entire process if it's your first time doing it.
Right. No, and that's kind of the reason I did it too, is because I don't like the idea of having a real estate agent pounce on you as soon as someone says, hey, I'm thinking about buying.
Yeah.
Here's some information that you can kind of learn at your own pace. Call me when you're ready, comfortable. Because the thing is, as long as you're comfortable with the process, it's a lot funner.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Brian. I feel like so much. Well, coming up after the break, the National Sleep Foundation is here with tips to help you get a better night's rest.